Kalisperas. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. It's a great pleasure to be participating again in the second annual Thessaloniki Future Thinking Dialogues. This event focuses on what Thessaloniki really needs to reach its full potential as a technological and commercial hub for the Balkans. It's a potential that the United States, but also I personally believe in, and we're happy and proud to contribute to this effort. I'd like to thank the American Hellenic Chamber of Commerce for organizing this very important forum and for inviting me to share some thoughts. And of course, my friend Vasilis Kafatos, who is the inspiration and drive behind this event. I mentioned before that we believe this city and northern Greece in general has great economic potential. This is due in part to its strategic geographic location, its existing and planned infrastructure, its natural resources, and of course, its beauty. But primarily, it's because of its rich human capital. The United States has underscored the importance of Thessaloniki and the value of its brain talent on numerous occasions throughout the years, and especially since 2018, when we were the honored country at the Thessaloniki International Fair. And we're confident that American and other international companies have been convinced. The continuous growth of Deloitte's Alexander Competence Center, the establishment of Pfizer's Center for Digital Innovation, and recently also of a second hub, the Business Center, and Cisco's Digital Transformation and Digital Skills Center are indicative of how U.S. companies are willing to seize the opportunity and invest in this incredible potential. And we know for a fact that more American companies are preparing to come in. At the same time, now more than ever, employers are looking for candidates who are job ready. Most universities are confident, and rightfully so, that their graduates have the knowledge for which they have been given credit. But do employers share this feeling? A university degree that has value in the workplace and subsequent licensure credentialing is just the beginning of learning. Today, the work related knowledge a college graduate acquires is expected to have a shelf life of fewer than 5 years. Yet, in many cases, even in fields such as computer sciences and engineering, curricula have been designed years or even decades ago. And there's always the question about soft skills and how well universities prepare employees who know how to work in a professional environment, show leadership, work well in teams, are comfortable in diverse workforces, can communicate effectively, and can think critically. Every day, we hear from our corporate friends, Greek and American, about the challenges they find finding workers with the right skills for a range of jobs. These are businesses of all sizes and in every sector, including information technology. Part of the problem is the infamous brain drain, and now that more job opportunities are being created and the Greek economy is becoming increasingly stronger and steadier, many of the talented Greeks that sought opportunities abroad in the last 10 to 15 years will decide to come back. But it's also an indication that it's time to start thinking about education and workforce as a partnership. I've been told that for a long time there was a hesitation to make connections between the private sector and higher education institutions in Greece. From my conversations with university rectors, academics, government officials, and business leaders, I understand this is gradually changing, and most people now understand that the two need and depend on one another for their mutual success, as well as for a stronger Greek economy. Forging long term collaborative relationships will benefit both universities as well as businesses and can lead to favorable outcomes such as academic acceleration, research funding, skilling and reskilling job ready staff, but also exposing students to what happens in the workplace and what the market needs, helping them to make the right career choices. At US Mission Greece, we think that the earliest these connections can happen in the educational process, the better. We've been supporting the important pivot towards technology that Greece is making, especially here in northern Greece. They're supporting projects for youth, especially girls. Not just with Code Girls, our flagship program that introduced young girls to coding from a young age, which is now expanding with the support of Google to become the Code Girls, Code Moms program in 6 different cities. But earlier this year, we also opened the latest American Tech Lab here in Thessaloniki, part of our American Spaces Network in Greece, devoted to programming focused on science, technology, mathematics, helping to build competence among Greek young people and further contributing to this burgeoning digital and technology ecosystem. In addition, we also supported the STEM Stars Greece program, a competition for Greek high school students which allows them to compete for participation in the International Science and Engineering Fair in California, my home state. Many student teams from northern Greece participated, and a team from Thermi and a team from Alexandroupoli won the first two positions this year. I want to note that as part of Thessaloniki taking its role as a regional tech leader, it's also critical that we bring more women into the workforce. Today, women represent just 10% of the tech workforce here in Greece. This is a wasted opportunity for Greece, and it's why the U.S. Consulate's work on entrepreneurship places special emphasis on supporting ways to build networks and facilitate women's participation in the economy. To that end, we focused on skill-building programs for women, especially in the field of entrepreneurship and women empowerment. Only recently, we supported an entrepreneurship pedagogy workshop at the University of Macedonia, where American experts discussed ways to incorporate entrepreneurial courses in the curriculum from a very young age. We also organized a tech camp on entrepreneurship for women from Balkan countries last year. I wish you every success for this very important conference, and I hope that some of what we discuss in this context will translate into action that will spearhead further change, helping Thessaloniki become the real technology and innovation hub for the region and the world that we know it can be. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ.